going on, guys? Arms Forum coming at you guys today with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Detroit Lions visiting the Denver Broncos for our preview. This is the tough one. The 1-10-1 Detroit Lions going up against the 6-6 Denver Broncos. Both teams are in fourth place in their respective divisions. Both teams struggling. Obviously, Detroit Lions struggling more. But the Broncos have a few wins under their belt, and they're still in that playoff hunt. And apparently, the Detroit Lions still are too. But they need unicorns and rainbows to happen here. So let's not really talk about the playoffs. But the Broncos are legitimately in the hunt, even though they are in fourth place. But it's going to be tough for them too as well. I'm going to do this preview a little bit differently than I have in the past, guys. Before I was doing quarterbacks versus quarterbacks, running backs versus running backs, giving a check mark to who I thought had the better unit, the better group, if you will. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm just going to talk about the game and maybe a couple players here and there. Try not to make it as long. But let's get down to it, guys. Let's get down to this game. Both offenses here for the Detroit Lions and the Broncos itself. Let's start off with the Lions. Jared Goff's been playing some better football the past couple weeks. I don't think he's still the answer to this team, but there is a little bit of a confidence in him. He's got some kind of swag going on. His chest is out. He's a very confident kid out there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the Josh Reynolds effect. I don't know if it's the play calling. I don't know what it is, but it's nice to see. It is nice to see, but it took literally, September, October, November. It took 3.5 months. It took 3 months for this guy to finally kind of maybe get a switch turned on. Now, the past month, we've been playing not so great teams too, so you have to you have to look at the overall picture. We're playing the Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, two teams that haven't really put it all together this year as well too, and we've looked better, but what this team does is fight, and we can't ask for anything more right now, especially with the devoid of talent that's on this roster. But offensively, there's going to be no DeAndre Swift. There's a ton of injuries in this. I didn't write this injury report down either. I'm probably not going to do that as well too with our previews. Maybe I'll talk about it on the aftermath when it happens. But there's been a sickness going on in Detroit, so I think there's some guys that are going to be missing some games. So or missing this game anyways. But offensively, this team runs through their running attack. There's no DeAndre Swift, like I said, so it'll be Jamal Williams, it'll be Godwin, Igwebuike, a little bit of Jamar Jefferson thrown in there too to spice it up. And Jason Kambinda, usually as a blocking fullback, that's what he does best. The O-line's been playing a lot bit better. Penei Sewell's been great as of late, so he's one of the top offensive rookie tackles in the league today as we speak. PFF grades him, I think, the best rookie offensive tackle the last 2-3 months, or since week 6, I believe it was. Not saying he's better than Rashawn Slater, but he has been playing better lately than Rashawn Slater. But Rashawn Slater is an animal too, so you can't go wrong there. But this team's going to have to really. This offense in Detroit, we're going up against a really good defense. Okay, that defense over there in Denver doesn't play. They don't play around. They don't let people pass on them. They don't let people run on them. And they sure as hell don't let people score on them. I think they're third in the league in teams scoring against them at like under 18.6 or around there. They're very good against the run and pass and letting guys in the end zone. They just don't do it. They got guys in there, a really good defensive stalwart, and guys like linebacker Kenny Young, who they brought over from the LA Rams, made a trade for him. And then eventually got rid of Von Miller. I think he was involved in that trade too. I think the swap. I'm not 100% sure, but they got guys like defensive end Malik Reed, who's got 5 sacks on the year, and they have a really good interior D line. Like I said, they don't let anybody run on them, but that interior D line that consists of Draymond Jones, Shelby Harris, who's a little bit banged up, and they got Deshaun Williams. They don't let anybody run on them, and that interior D line, they get a good push. So they get a really good really good quarterback pressure in the middle, what you really like, and then you watch your linebackers work. They don't have the greatest linebackers. They fly all over the field, but they're not crazy playmakers. Now their secondary, whole different story. They got two really good safeties over there. Justin Simmons is a phenomenal safety. He's a playmaker. He's got like 4 picks on the year, and then he got a kid named Kareem Jackson who cleans everything up. Not a big playmaker, Kareem Jackson, but he doesn't miss tackles, and he's a big hitter, and he's a sure tackler. And then they got the cornerback Patrick Surtain. He's got 4 interceptions this year as a rookie. I think he took 1 to the house too as well. So you got to watch out for that kid too, because I'm sure he'll be locked up on. Josh Reynolds or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm pretty sure he'll be locked up on Reynolds, is my guess. So that's a really good defense. Our offense is going to really have to be careful with these guys because they are very opportunistic. They if they smell blood, they will attack, they will pounce, and they will make plays. So that's what I'm really worried about. I'm really worried about that defense over there. Their offense, it's funny. They have an offense. They got guys like all these high-priced, all these high draft picks, guys like Jerry Jeudy. I believe Tim Patrick might have been a 4th or 5th round guy a few years back. Cortland Sutton was like a 2nd round pick, who they just gave an extension to, but who has been struggling as of late. Teddy Bridgewater was a high draft pick. He's a little bit of a journeyman. He's been on a few teams now. Noah Fant, the tight end. So there's going to be a TJ Hawkinson and Noah Fant reunion because they played out of Iowa together. And I think we're drafted in the same draft class too as well. So their offense in Denver hasn't clicked. It just hasn't clicked, and they have all these high-priced, high draft pick guys. So it's really odd. Now, don't really know what it is. It might be a lot to do with the quarterback play, because personally, I think the Broncos are 1 or 2 pieces away, and it's a quarterback. If they get a quarterback on that team, AFC West is going to be real scary for the next few years to come. And you never know. Aaron Rodgers might be going there next year, but that's a whole other video. But that's it, man. With their offense, they have all these high guys, all these really good football players, but they just haven't clicked, haven't put it together. They have a really good running back in Javonte Williams, the rookie out of North Carolina, who got a chance to start maybe 1 or 2 games this year. Started last week, had over 100 yards rushing, catches the ball in the backfield well, got in the end zone a couple times last week too as well. And he's a load. He's tough. He's tough to bring down. I was watching that late Denver game last week. I don't even remember who the Broncos played. Was it the Chiefs? Don't even remember. I don't remember. But Javonte Williams wasn't going down off 1-2 guys hitting him. He is a load. He's shifty for a big fella. He's a good running back, good vision, and powerful, and has a nose for the end zone. So that's what you really like to see from if you're a Denver Bronco fan. He's the guy that I'm really worried about, because I don't know if Melvin Gordon is playing. Vic Fangio, their head coach there, thinks Melvin Gordon's good to go, but that's a pretty good duo. Melvin Gordon was actually having some pretty good games for the Broncos as well. So I think he got in the end zone about 5 times on the ground, a couple times through the air. So like about 7-8 touchdowns altogether for Melvin Gordon on his new team playing for the Broncos. But that's really it offensively for them. They have the talent, they just haven't put it together. Us over there, our offense, we don't really have the talent, but we play tough. We play hard. And I think our defense is going to play better this week. I know they got some good matchups coming up. I want to see how they line up against, guys like Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. They haven't done nothing the past month. Nothing. Just haven't played well at all. And I like to see how they're going to respond to a Detroit team that's not very good. But our defense doesn't really play around either, too. I like what Aaron Glenn's been doing, and I think he's going to bring it. And I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. It's 2 quarterbacks that have struggled, It's two cornerbacks that have struggled, two offenses that have two running attacks that have some talent there. We got Jamal Williams and Jamar Jefferson and Godwin. Unfortunately, Swift is out. They got Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams. So the running game is kind of there for both teams. Offensively, through the wide receiver room, I'm still not sold. Even though I like what St. Brown's been doing and I like what Josh Reynolds brings to the table, he's getting targets. T.J. Hawkinson, but that, like I said, that team shuts down tight ends. They shut down wide receivers. They just shut down passing games, and they shut down the running game, and they don't let people score. So I think we're going to have a real tough time scoring on that team, like I said earlier. So I think it's going to be a defensive stalwart. I think it's going to be one of those defensive games, not high scoring at all. Don't know how Bridgewater is going to play against this team. It'd be nice to get some pressure on him. I like what Charles Harris has been doing for us. Julian Okwara seems to have a nose for the football too as well. He's always around the football, which I like. Getting fumble recoveries, he gets a pick, he gets a sack here and there. Playing better football. I think that kid's going to be a star one day. I can't wait to see him paired up with some real good talent down the road. But that's really it, guys. That's just my opinion on that. I think it's gonna be a defensive matchup, and I'm calling for. I hope it's a Lions victory, but I don't think they're going to get it. That's one of the toughest elements to play at in Denver. I think it's going to be a 23-17 score. We get in the end zone twice. I don't know how we're going to get in the end zone twice, but I think we're going to get in the end zone twice and then kick a field goal, and then they're going to put 23 on the board. I think it's going to be a real tough matchup for the Detroit Lions, but they're going to play hard again. Let's see if they can, answer to a better team. Even though the Broncos aren't a great team, they're one of the better teams that we played in the past month. So let's hope they win. Let's hope they put a little game together. Let's continue with that confidence that you guys had last week, fellas, and let's just play good hard football, man, and just get a win for the city, get a win for the fan base, get a win for yourself and your coaches. But that's the video, guys. Thanks a lot. A little bit shorter. Going to try and make these short as I can eventually in the future. And thanks a lot, man. Don't forget to subscribe on the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, get all my videos. And don't forget to like and comment. Let's talk about the game, man. Get them Broncos. Let's go Lion. Boom.